and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show, brought to you today by Boohoo Man. Don't forget, you get an extra 10% off all of their gear, including stuff like this, fresh in for the autumn.
The autumn,
right?
yes. First day of autumn today. Well done,
First day of autumn today. All you got to do is use the code AFTV10 and you get extra 10% off. Big up to you, Ty. No Yardie with us today. He's on another one of his tours. This guy's always on tour. And we were trying to make contact with him because we did want him on the show.
Yeah.
We were going to get him online, but we haven't been able to find him.
Yeah.
He must have been out late last night.
Well, I heard the Wi-Fi is bad in Carl Shorten. Just kidding.
Where is he? Was he Miami? He said he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah. I think so. Lucky him. Mexico. Well, I could imagine he might even buck up to Will Smith. Welcome to Miami. So you know.
Well, good. He started already. It was the North London derby yesterday, of course, and it finished Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2. A very disappointing end for every Arsenal fan. Every Tottenham fan happy. I was just chatting to a couple of Tottenham fans outside the studio, and they're buzzing. They were like, "Oh yeah, great result for us." And you can understand that. Listen, they normally come to our place and lose,
and they should have lost yesterday as well.
I think 2-2 is a fair result.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know
my take on the game.
That's very magnanimous of you, Robbie.
My take on the game was this, right? First off, it's almost like we worked Tottenham out at the start of the game. Press them high and they'll make mistakes.
Yeah.
We pressed them high, they made loads of mistakes.
We didn't finish them.
But we didn't punish it. That was the difference between us and them yesterday. When we made mistakes, they punished us. When we made mistakes, they punished us. Yes. When they made mistakes, we didn't punish them. Yes. Gabriel Jesus.
Oh, he should have
nicks the ball, brilliant bit of pressing, nicks the ball off Maddison. Maddison's mistake is literally the same as what Jorginho did.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same mistake. But Jesus, he's got both sides of the goal to go. Bit of composure. I think this is where sometimes the criticism comes in for Jesus. He's a very, very good player.
Can we criticise him though? Should we be criticising him?
Of course you can criticise him on that. And I'm sure if the manager today will be sitting down in their briefing and will be saying to Gabriel Jesus, you should have scored. Because he could have put it on the left side, the right side. He had the pick of where he wanted to go.
He did.
He's nicked the ball off of Maddison. He's through. Now you just got to choose your spot. He blazes it over. Why go for the hardest thing, trying to blaze it into the top of the net?
Yeah.
Just put it into, and that's where I think he gets the criticism that he gets sometimes, and that he doesn't have the composure sometimes of a Haaland or a Harry Kane, where they would have just picked their spot as a striker.
Yeah. But
he should have scored. That would have made it 2-0. And that would have put us firmly in the driving seat. We probably would have gone on to win the game 3, whatever, right? He misses the chance. Eddie Nketiah guilty as well. Again, gets the ball in a great position.
Again, at the near post when he should have gone across.
We've pressed them. They've made a big error, right? All he's got to do, cut the ball back, square the ball. What does he try and do?
Tap it,
And this is another fault that I see in Eddie Nketiah's game. In that a lot of times he doesn't get his head up and see what's around him. He's not painting those pictures. You know, they say that thing, paint the pictures. I was chatting to someone around Arsenal and they said, you know, it's about painting pictures sometimes.
Yes.
Even before you've it's almost like it's telepathic. Even before you've done it, you're aware that a player's inside you, so you cut it back. Instead of cutting it back, he goes to blast it in the near corner. Let's be real, any top goalkeeper in the Premier League on their near post, even if you hit it that hard, is saving it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wrong decision again. Yeah. And this is what we did in the game. We made errors when we had chances. But the reason why I think it was fair is that, to be fair to Tottenham, they punished us for our errors. And they had a couple of chances as well. Remember the great save that Raya made?
Yeah, brilliant save.
That was a brilliant save. So I think if you analyse the game all in all, 2-2 is a fair result.
Joyce Sims, that's very good. God rest her soul. But that's very good.
You don't think so.
Listen, Robbie.
You don't think it's a fair result?
I don't think it's a fair result. But then what I would say is fantastic. It's very magnanimous and humble of you. Because I won't say that. You said a good thing. They punished us. Who punishes VAR for not sending off Romero and missing the second handball at 2-1? I can't believe, because I didn't watch no highlights. I just switching over because I wanted to watch the other game after it, and I saw Romero. Not only did he handball it and not get a card, he handballed it again and nothing.
I didn't see the second handball.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
The first handball. Listen, right? I remember here on AFTV last week, right? And you know, if you guys want to go back and watch it, right? We did a super fan debate.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I said to the Tottenham fans on there.
Who was on there?
Right? Which it was Fuad and I forgot the guy's name. Apologies to him, right? Yeah. But he was really good, right?
Yeah.
But they both, like when we was doing our combined 11, they both had Romero in it, right? So in the end, it ended up Saliba, Romero, but I wanted Gabriel.
Of course.
I was arguing hard. Actually, me and Gunali were arguing hard for Gabriel, and I said, Gabriel better than Romero.
Absolutely.
And they're like, no, Romero, World Cup winner. I said, listen, Romero, I've been watching this guy now since he's come to Tottenham. He's rash. He makes rash errors all the time. Romero in that game yesterday, right? You're right, he's borderline could have been sent off for some of the amount of rash tackles he made.
And that's not even
right? The own goal that he did. The own goal that he did. I mean, thank you very much, but what's he doing? There, just sticks out a knee, right? And then the handball, he gives that away. I mean, it's just every time I watch him play. I'm not saying he's not a good centre back, right? He is good, but he's always rash. He's always borderline, as I said, getting sent off, and I just don't rate him that high. I think he's all right, but I just don't think he's anything special, right? And, you know, he's going to cost them more games as well.
He should have cost them. He should have cost yesterday. He should have cost them. But
and the other thing as well I felt about yesterday was just, it was almost like it was a perfect storm in a way for them, right? In that just before the game, no Trossard. Right, so Trossard, who's been playing really, really well.
What a shame.
You know, he scored 2 goals in his last 2 games. Now we have to go and mess with the front line, bring in Eddie,
because there's no Gabriel,
put Jesus out on the left. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are right.
So no Martinelli, no Trossard. Then now half time comes. I thought, you know, Declan Rice has to come off with an injury. Declan Rice, by the way, is never ever injured. All of a sudden, apparently, he felt something. He felt some discomfort in his back.
Yeah, that's right.
And he had to come off.
He had to come off.
And then in the second half, you've got to be, and this is where I'm being honest, right? In the second half now, it went from, in the first half, I thought, the midfield, we were winning the midfield battle. We had it on lock. Declan Rice comes off. Second half, we didn't win the midfield battle. They won the midfield battle. Basuma sort of came into his own, right? And they won the midfield battle. And that's where the goal came from. That's where, you know, we're caught in possession.
Yes.
I don't know what Jorginho is. Such an experienced player. What is he doing? Just, you've been brought on to chill things out, to calm things down. And, it was so frustrating.
It was so frustrating.
So frustrating. I'm still, even talking about it now,
it's annoying.
It frustrates me because I want to know what it is with Arsenal, that when we play at home, we can't show the same discipline as like when we play away from home, where we can hang on to leads, we can keep the ball, we can. What is it? Straight from the kickoff.
Yeah.
No.
But this is
shocking.
It is shocking, Robbie. But I feel like, this is what we can work on. But what I would say with Declan is that the thing is, this showed how we miss Thomas. Because when Declan's there, we don't miss Thomas. But when Declan came out now, you saw how crucial Thomas is. Yeah, big players. You know, I mean, you know, he finished the game. What was it? Reece Nelson, Eddie, all these guys. I mean, big players missing, man. Martinelli would have been brilliant in a game like this. And him as well.
Trossard would have been brilliant. Partey would have been brilliant. Rice. These are big players you're missing. But listen, I don't want to use that as an excuse, right? Because at the end of the day, we should have won. No matter who's on the pitch, if we make individual errors, which is what we did. You know, and you've got to hand it, as I said, I'm handing it to Tottenham, even though I don't like to do it. They punished us. Well, listen, and I think 2-2 was a fair result. That's fair enough, Robbie. I would hand it to them, which I won't. I'll hand it to them if Romero didn't get away with those 2 handballs. Because to me, I don't know what. This is why I'm saying. I didn't see it. That's what I saw it, yes. I couldn't believe it was at 2-1. Are you sure? I am sure. I just spoken to Joe and have you seen it? I've seen it, yeah. I've seen it. And where did you see it? I saw it on TV. So you saw the second one? Yes, because I was turning over, right? Because I didn't want to watch highlights because it feels like a defeat to me.
And I looked over and I said, that's time. Then I sort of done a double take. I said, I saw it was 2-1 and a handball. Now, how did VAR miss that? This is what I can't understand.
Well, I didn't see it.
Don't say, Robbie, how did they miss? How did they miss that?
Football, man, it's football.
It is football, and also, you know the most terrifying thing, like haunted house. The terrifying thing is they nearly won it. Because I'm sure, I don't know about you, Robbie. In football terms, my head was blown off. Richarlison's shot was deflected. It was going in. Can you imagine?
It was a nervy end, man.
But it shouldn't have been.
It's one of those ending to the games where, you know, I was chatting to the guys who got they're all Tottenham fans, right?
Yeah.
Right, and I was chatting to them and they were saying, we just wanted it to finish, man. We were so nervous.
Yeah,
and in a way, I was chatting to some Arsenal fans yesterday, they're like, we just wanted it finished.
I didn't.
We were so nervous.
Finish as well.
We looked like as well, we run out of gas at the end.
We did, but that's
we run out of gas.
We did, but then that's where the injury showed.
I think we should have brought on also.
Emil maybe too.
Emil should have come on earlier and Reece, because when they came on, they brought a bit of injection to the thing. But listen, it's a draw. We didn't lose. I'll tell you what, right? The other thing I've got to say, there was some fans yesterday I was interviewing. I mean, talk about going over the top. I felt.
What did they say?
Listen, I get it, right? I understand there's a lot of frustration amongst Arsenal fans at the moment. We see that Manchester City are been flawless so far.
At the moment.
We want to try and mount another challenge for the league.
Hopefully we will.
Right? And it's frustrating that we didn't beat Tottenham yesterday.
It is frustrating.
I think some fans need to chill out a bit. I
mean, what were they saying?
You know, gosh, man. Yeah, I mean, we got no chance of the league. That's it. It's done. That's it. It's over. I'm like,
it's not over.
Do you know, right? And I'm in agreement. We've not started the season fluently.
Absolutely.
But we're unbeaten.
Absolutely.
And sometimes they've got a saying where they say the race is not for the swift, right?
I like
it's
that.
For those who can endure, right? It's a long battle. Yeah, it's a long battle.
Sorry, Robbie. So the saying is the race is not for the swift; it's for those that can endure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so
basically what he's saying is sometimes you can start off like a train, right, and then falter towards the end, and that's exactly what we did last season. So I'm not. Listen, I'm not at the moment worried.
I'm not worried at all.
There's a lot of things we need to work on.
Which we can work on.
There's a lot of injured players that we really need to get back and flow in.
Yep.
There are players that need to improve. Kai Havertz.
Yes.
Right. I feel I need to see more from this guy. I've not seen enough from him yet. He came on yesterday.
Had a great chance.
Good chance. For me, Kai Havertz, I want to see him demand the ball. I want to see him dominate a game. That's you're £65 million.
Yes.
You're a German international. You come from big money from Chelsea. Right, I want to see you dominate games, not just nice little passes, winning some flicks. That's not enough. That's not enough for me. So there are things that we need to work on.
Yeah.
There are players who need to improve.
Yeah.
Right. However, for all the people who think, last season, this season, we're 1 point worse off after 6 games.
Can you imagine?
Than we were last season. Actually, we're unbeaten. We weren't unbeaten at this stage last season. We're actually unbeaten, right? So we are 1 point worse off. I know we played better. We started the season much better last season, without a doubt, but we are 1 point worse off. So why are people panicking?
I don't know why they're panicking. And also, Robbie, so basically what you're saying basically is, and maybe we're guilty of it possibly last season, is peaking too early.
Exactly. And listen, the expectations now are so high.
They are.
Right? They're so high, but we're unbeaten.
Exactly.
So we're unbeaten. We're not necessarily playing well, but we're not losing games.
No,
but there are a lot of things to work on. There are a lot of things to improve. And if we can improve those things, I still think we can be in there at the end challenging.
Absolutely.
It's going to be hard. Manchester City are looking flawless, and of course,
at the moment,
they're the team we got next. And I'll tell you, we need Declan Rice back for that game. I mean, if we don't get Declan Rice back,
Gabriel and Leandro, we need we need those players back. Maybe even Thomas as well.
And we got a game during the week.
And Brentford, yes.
Brentford in the Carabao Cup.
David's old club.
I would expect
Emil to start.
I would expect a lot of players to be ready. Big changes.
Well, Aaron, Emil.
Big changes.
Reece.
Emil's got to start that game.
Reece.
Right? Reece has got to start that game. Well, I think they might have to, because I don't even know who's it.
Fabio.
Jorginho, because you can also argue that this is like almost the first sort of minutes. I think Jorginho's coming in another game, isn't it, in this? But
He came when against Everton.
He ain't had much minutes, so
No.
Jorginho,
Fabio.
I'd start Jorginho, Fabio Vieira, Havertz has to start that game for me.
Well,
and I need to see something from him.
It's a big chance for Kai again.
Yeah, I need to see something from him.
Yeah.
You know,
Aaron, Takehiro.
Tomiyasu, Kivior.
Yeah,
So it's going to be a chance for a lot of changes.
It's true. It's
going to be a chance for a lot of changes in the game, but, you know, yeah, I'm still disappointed. Did you get a chance to check out any of the other games over the weekend? Man City winning again. Rodri got sent off in that game.
I saw. Listen.
I thought it was a bit harsh, you know.
Yeah, harsh. Yeah.
Listen, you know, we had it that time with Pepe. Once you put your hand on a man's neck and that,
Exactly.
you're gone.
But
I do think sometimes a bit of common sense needs to come into these things.
It does.
It's a men's game and women's game. Right?
What the? There's no flies on him, you don't know. He even said it. I was just about, listen.
I saved myself.
Listen, I need to move over there because I was going to say it and he said, straight away.
But to be fair, you know what? The funny thing is, you don't really see that in the women's games. I've never seen someone.
No, you don't.
I've never seen someone in a women's game grab each other up and stuff like that. Like, you know.
You don't.
But what I'm saying when I say, I mean, come on, man. These things happen in games.
They do happen.
Where, you know what I mean? And I thought Gibbs White, the way he went down and all that.
Absolutely.
But anyway, Rodri's going to be missing for the game against us.
Which is good for us. But then, Robbie, what I would say with, what I would say with that one is, why did Rodri give him a chance to do that? Because remember, who got sent off at Everton when Harry Kane was still at Everton?
Yeah.
Tottenham. Remember?
Yeah.
Gibbs White is going to do that. But you're saying that if Granit had done that, he wouldn't have to grab his neck. The referee would have said red straight away, wouldn't he?
Well, he got sent off. He got sent off, right? So, but City go rolling on 2-0 to be expected. But then, Sheffield United 8-0.
Robbie, before that, if we go back to the Man City Nottingham Forest quickly. Sorry, did you see the head-to-head between Ederson and my namesake Awuni?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Ederson nearly collapsed. My namesake's head is so hard because Ederson tried to go head-to-head and. My namesake was. Ederson couldn't believe Ederson.
He's a really feisty.
But he's so strong.
Yeah, it's a really feisty game. But feisty or not feisty, 3 more points for Man City.
Absolutely.
There. United. Hey, I'll tell you that goal by Bruno Fernandes. That was a banger. Right? They beat Burnley. Yeah. Chelsea, another defeat.
Lost again.
1 billion spent.
But then, did you see
their worst start? I think.
Yeah, for 65, 74, 65 years.
Crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. Britney Spears. This man is good, you know. This man is very, very good. But anyway, did you see the sending off in that? Do you think that was red card?
In the Chelsea game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. You do. You could have broke the guy's leg, his ankle. He didn't mean to do it.
No.
But it's clumsy. And Chelsea at the moment are in the mud. And I like that. But I like that. Anyway, let's get into our boohoo man and idiot of the week. Of course, no Yardie here this week, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
My boohoo man of the week, I'm going to give it to Saka. Number one, I liked his celebration.
That was brilliant.
Right? I know people will be giving him stick for the celebration. I loved it. Don't, you know what I like about Saka, yeah? Even though he's this perceived super nice guy, he got a little bit of devil in it. I remember that time where he celebrated like Rashford's celebration, and then he took Maddison's celebration, bing, even though it sort of backfired on us because they then went and scored again. Him and Maddison, by the way, are friends.
Exactly.
Right,
they
so you know what I mean. They remember even when even he won the award for the best player for England.
Yeah,
it was Maddison who presented him the award.
You see what I mean?
I think it's a bit of a Mickey tape between the two of them.
Exactly.
But listen, I thought again, Saka. That's what I want to see. That. From Havertz. Look how he takes responsibility in the games. You know what I mean? 2 goals in a game, took the penalty.
Unbelievable.
He's,
brilliant penalty.
So
what a player.
For me, he was my man of the match from the game. We didn't get the ball to him enough in the second half. And even though he was like, at the end, you could see he looked injured at the end. Well, he still got a strike off to test the keeper. He had to tip it round the corner.
Well, fun fact. You know that was his 86th consecutive game.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Can you imagine? It's unbelievable. But with him going off, let's hope he's all right. It shows it's fantastic. It's brilliant for a young man to do it for. I think Paul Merson was saying on a channel, which I won't name, program won't name, that no one will do it again. It has come to the point now, as he has to have a rest.
Yeah,
He must have a rest.
well, listen, he's absolute quality, man. As long
quality.
as he's fit, play him.
Well, yeah.
And my idiot of the week,
I think I know who this is.
right? I was going to give it to Romero, right? Because I just think, like,
Give it to VAR and the referee.
as I
in
said, he's
football
so
terms.
rash. And in that game, right? If he could have cost Tottenham a minute. You know what I mean?
He should have. No, he
Right,
should have.
the own goal and the handball. I was also going to give it to Jorginho, right? Because that was a idiot thing, right? You know what I mean?
Shame. That's so uncharacteristic.
Immediately, he wasn't really under big pressure. He could have controlled it. He had 3 options where he could have played it. He tried to mess around with the ball just after we scored. He's the experienced guy.
Yeah.
We need composure. There's zero composure, and he cost us. He even came out and apologised on his Insta.
Which is
right?
yeah. Well, it's a
But
mistake.
I'm not going to give it to him. He survived it only because there's a bigger idiot this week, and that is Sheffield United losing 8-0
Which I can't believe.
home to Newcastle. I thought that might be a little tricky. I thought Newcastle would win, but I thought it might be a tricky game for Newcastle. They had they had to go away during the week to play AC Milan.
Got a credible
you know what I mean? They drew 0-0 draw. Tough little game though, right? Travel back and to go to a difficult place.
Yeah.
8-0.
Sorry, Robbie. And when you say that, sorry to keep on cutting you. We have to say hearts and thoughts out and prayers go out to the Newcastle fan that was actually stabbed in Milan.
Yeah, that was sad. That was sad.
Fortunately, he's on the mend. He's on the mend. So,
but 8-0, you're not supposed to lose by 8-0 in the Premier League.
No.
I'm sorry. And when you think about Sheffield United, right? I mean, I don't know what their owner. They've got a Saudi owner. He must be the only Saudi owner with no money by the looks of it. Because right at the start of the, I'm just thinking to myself like, he sold.
Doesn't finish the show now. He's over. That's brilliant.
To be fair, I felt it for the. I was driving home from the game yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm listening to some of the Sheffield United fans coming on the radio, and I actually felt sorry for them. Like when you hear the season started, they sold their best players. They sold. Is it Njai? They sold him to Marseille. He was their best player by a mile last season.
Yeah.
They sold Sander Berg to Burnley, a team they're competing with to stay up.
Yes.
I think they spent 20 million or something like that, or that's what I heard a fan say. How the hell are you going to survive in the Premier League? Who's going to get the goals? Ollie McBurney. Come on, man. You know what I mean? He literally, the owners waved the white flag.
And also,
right? And when you've got so little quality in the Premier League, players are going to work hard. They're going to, because remember last week they nearly got a win over Tottenham.
Oh, they should have. They should have.
But if you haven't got that quality,
and experience,
and they just fell apart, and they're in big trouble. All the promoted teams are in big trouble because I always look at the promoted teams and think you've got to get off to a good start.
Yes.
You need to bank some points early because what it is later on in the season, the big boys work you out.
Yeah.
The big boys are sort of like, you know what I mean, that element of surprise is gone, and none of them have got off to a good start. Luton haven't got off to a good start.
Yeah.
You know, Burnley haven't got off to a good start, and nor Sheffield United. I think all 3 of them are going to go straight back down by the looks of it.
Really?
Yeah. I do. I just feel that the other teams that are, you look at Everton at the weekend, they got a great win. They have got that within them. They do have, they got a Calvert-Lewin and players like that.
Which was a shock.
Yeah, they've got quality players like that.
Yes,
you know what I mean? You know, even if you look at Wolves,
Beto, they've even got
Wolves were down to 10 men, but they still got your players like your Netos and people like that.
Yes.
Who's Luton ain't got a Neto? Burnley ain't got a Neto, nor of Sheffield United. Do you know what I mean? So
true. No,
that's
you're right.
why, for me, I think I hope
they don't. I hope they
8-0. You know,
that's terrible. But then speaking of Sheffield United, we have to say hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to Maddie Kuzak.
Yeah, who died suddenly. 27. I couldn't believe it.
I think
so sad. So
sad. So hearts and thoughts, prayers go out to her and her family. Also, I think she's the first player to make 100 appearances for the Sheffield United women's team.
Tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
But anyway, your Grace of the Week.
Grace of the Week?
Or was that it?
No. That's...
Right, hold on, let me get the timer up.
But the thing is... Wait, no.
There you go.
No, but Robbie, before you start the timer, can I just say something? Before you start the timer, can I say something before you start the timer?
No.
Right. No, let me... No, because you're going to... I have got...
Right, is this Grace of the Week?
Yeah, it's Grace of the Week. But before you start the timer,
Time has started.
before you start the timer though,
It started.
no, before you start the timer though, I've got some things and I've got presents.
7 seconds.
I've got presents for you. So you don't want the present then?
11 seconds.
You don't want the present?
I'm not taking no bribes.
It's not
11
bribes.
seconds.
It's not bribes.
What's the present?
Okay. Oh, so now
No,
you
I'm
want
not
to know.
taking a bribe.
It's not a bribe. It's not.
19 seconds.
It's not a bribe. First of all,
21.
the grace of the week has got to go out to Kelly Smith, the legend, that's now assistant coach to our women's. And secondly, another grace of the week goes out to Max. Congratulations, Kelly. Congratulations to Max Dowham, who's 13 years old and made his debut for the under-18s, which is our youngest ever player, so brilliant. Yeah, you're going to miss the presents. But now, the grace of the week, you know, it's World Comic Book Hero Day today, and Dream Day today is going out to the Invincibles. And speaking of Invincibles, I have some presents. Yeah, you're still going to do it? Right, I have some presents for us. None for Yardi, seeing as he's not here. So, Robbie, do you want to smell?
Over a minute gone.
Do you want to smell like an Invincible? I know I do.
Smell like an invincible.
Yes. There you go.
What's this?
An Invincible. Invincible. Deodorant. One for me, one for you. Unlucky for Yardi. Obviously,
What makes this?
listen, look at that.
Where you get this from? The pound shop or something?
Don't mind about that. But Invincible. And also, other deodorant available. And also, gold. How does it smell? Great, isn't it? You see? Gold. Obviously, other Spandau Ballet songs are available. Here you go. One for me and one for you. But others, obviously, no other teams available. And because of you, I felt really bad. You know, when Yardi got you a present, so I've got you one. It's not as good as Yardi's. In fact, it's better. Look at Look
2
at
minutes.
his face. Look at his face. Here you go. So it's a bit late. Happy
What's this?
birthday.
My birthday's about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. Happy belated birthday.
Oh,
Look at him.
what is it?
What does it look like? It's a voucher.
Oh, it's a voucher.
Yes, it's a voucher.
What, £1,000?
I wish it was.
Oh, that's very nice of you. A £50 voucher. Hey,
Well, I don't know if it's £50, maybe 25. No, yeah, it's £50.
thank you very much, man.
No, thank you, Robbie. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You see, look at the change.
This one I'm not too sure about. You know what I mean? Maybe.
You good? One for you.
Anyway, right. 2 minutes 48. You know what I mean? You exceeded time.
I knew you
But
were
because
exceeding.
you bought me a couple of presents,
you see-
right? I'm going to allow you. No, thank you very much, man. I wasn't
that's all right.
expecting this.
Yeah, I know. That's why. I'll put it in my
thank you
pocket.
very much.
No, that's all right. Thank you, Robbie.
But listen, we've come towards the end of the show today. I hope you've
have.
enjoyed it. Listen, it was a very, very disappointing day yesterday. But
we go
listen,
again.
don't lose heart.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? As I said, 1 point worse off than we were this time last season. Didn't beat Tottenham, but we didn't lose either, right? So we
That's
still
right,
maintain
that's
our
right.
great record
Yes.
at home against them.
Yes.
But just like I'm sure all of you out there think, we need to improve. We need to get better. Bigger tests are coming up now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Obviously, Brentford during the week, that is not going to be easy.
I know it's
Be
gonna
interesting to see what sort of team they put out because they lost at
Everton,
home.
yeah.
And they'll be looking to bounce back from that. Then we've got Bournemouth on the
away.
weekend. That's a game
Difficult
we really
game.
difficult, but we need to go there and get 3 points.
Yep.
And then
And
the
then-
week after that, just before the international break, Man
Manchester
City.
City.
Let's hope we can get some of those injured players back because we're going to
Hopefully.
need it for
Yep.
that game. They are on fire at the moment, but that's going to be a great game. Listen, thanks for watching the show. Don't
you.
forget, you want to get some Boohoo Man stuff like this, use the code AFTV10. Ty, thank you very much once again for the presents.
No, that's all right. Thank you,
And big
Robbie.
up to
Thank you.
Yardi, wherever you are
big up,
around the
big up.
world, entertaining people with your comedy.
In Carl Shotton, obviously it's a nice place. Just kidding.
See you later.
Peace, Invincibles!